All right. Welcome back, friends. We're about to go live on YouTube. All right. So a few days ago, I actually did a little video exposing the signs of Liver King. And look, man, the only reason that I even care, okay, I don't give a shit what he does with his life, right? I don't fucking care, right? He wants to live his life like that. Cool, do you? I don't care, right? Here's where I draw the line and why I made this video to begin with, okay? I'm so sick of seeing these influencers, okay, lie to the public. Fucking lie, just straight up deceive you, okay? The majority of the influencers that you see on Instagram and social media and YouTube, right? A lot of these fucking coaches that you follow, right? They're roided the fuck out. Even the women. Okay. Now, even the majority of the bikini competitors that you see, right? Especially in IFBB and above, right? I mean, the IFBB and below. So I meant to say, they're using PEDs. Okay. They are fact. Okay. They're just lower dosages of it. Right. So when I see like Liver King running around shirtless, right. And look, and just to give you a little recap on how you can tell somebody's using. Okay. Here, look, here's real easy right here. In just this photo we can show you right now. Okay. First off, their face looks really fucking old. Okay. Whenever they're using. All right. That's one of the signs. They look really fucking old, right? He's like right around my age. I think he's like 2 years older than I am. Okay. Second thing, see these ginormous snake bicep veins. Okay. Now, as you get leaner, right, your veins will show more, right? He's really shredded, right? Which is why his veins are showing. But when you see these very thick, snaky style veins, that's juice. Okay. This is juice. All right. So the other sign right here, see how he's all very like purple looking, right? See that purple color? That's also another sign. Roid users always have this like purple color, and it really, really shows when they get pumped up, right? And they're in the middle of their workouts and they got blood flow to the muscles. They have like this purple hue to them, right? It's just the signs of it, right? Now, most guys, they usually don't have just this. A lot of guys, whenever they use, end up with fucking acne, right? And like they just look like shit, right? But another sign that they also have too is very, very puffy face, right? Now you can't really see it because he's got a beard, but I bet if you shaved this beard, he would be retaining a lot of water in his like right around his double chin area, right? Because a lot of roid users do, right? Like I said, I don't give a fuck if you use it. It's your life, right? You're the one shortening it, right? Where I draw the line is where these guys are deceiving people. Hey, you just eat like me, you're going to look like me. That's basically what he's insinuating, right? Take my supplements, you're going to look like me, right? Because he's always running around fucking shirtless, right? He's basically trying to tell you like, hey, you take my shit, eat like me, right? You're going to look like me. And here's the reality. You actually technically could to some degree, right? If you actually lived like by the 9-10 ends and you actually ate like a carnivore style diet, right? And you did all this other shit and got all the sunshine and did shit to naturally boost your T levels, right? You could. You would just be a lot smaller. Okay. Which is why I basically exposed his ass, right? Because I'm sick of seeing this shit, right? You see all these motherfuckers that are like, just eat like I eat and train like I train and you get to look like me. No, bitch. No, they won't. Okay. They can to a degree, but it'll be a much smaller scale, right? But a lot of what these guys do and they can get away with, you can't. Okay. They can do a fraction of the work and look 10 times better. Okay. I have buddies that are on the sauce. Trust me, I out train the fuck out of them. I out eat the fuck out of them. Okay. And they're 50 pounds heavier than me. Okay. Just like him. Right. So he's right around the same height as me. Right. Normally walks around 206. Okay. I'm a $150. Okay. 56 pounds more. Now, he is a beast. He does train very, very hard, right? But the only reason he's there and he trains and he's actually capable of training as hard as he does and having the amount of muscle that he does is because he's using PEDs. So his ability to recover, right, and grow muscle and produce strength, right, is astronomically higher than a natty guy, right? So anyways, I don't really care what he does, right? If he wants to shorten his life, I don't give a fuck. I just don't like that he's deceiving people. And that's what you're going to find. A lot of people that these influencers that you follow and are inspired by, they're all fucking lying to you. Okay. Motherfuckers are on PEDs. That's not how they got the body. Okay. They got the body from them drugs. And if you're one of these people who's an influencer and you're like, that's not true, I still work for it. Really, bitch? Okay. Get off your PEDs. Okay. Get off your PEDs for 6 months and tell me what happens. Tell me what happens. Show me you can do it naturally, because I guarantee you can't, because you would lose all your fucking gains. You wouldn't be able to work out. You wouldn't be getting away with all the nutritional shit that you do and all the cheat meals and all the bullshit that you do right now. You get away with because your fucking drugs help shuttle all those carbs into your muscles, right? Which if you were natty, you'd be getting fat, right? Get off the drugs and prove me wrong. I dare you. Okay. Which brings me to the Liver King. Okay. He literally did that to a degree, and he didn't go full natty, you guys. Here's how I know he didn't go full natty. Okay. Because with all this, he was spending $11,000 on some drugs a month. Okay. A month. He's spending more on his drugs than you make in 2 months. Okay. For the average person. Okay. Not me, you. All right. Now, here's how I know he never really got off the drugs. Okay. Because for number one, he never lost his fucking purple hue. He still had his crazy bicep veins, right? Now, he also, he didn't lose as much weight as he should have. Okay. He went from 206 down to him. He said this in his video here. Okay. He said he tried to claim he did 220 days natty, right? Taking TRT ain't natty, motherfucker. Okay. Now, here's how I know he didn't get off. Okay. He would have had gynecomastia, all the drugs that he was taking, okay? And then he just got off, right? He would have had bitch titties, okay? He would have developed breasts, okay? If he was actually pure natty. But he didn't get any. Why is that? Because he didn't get off. He was probably taking some kind of other drug to counter the effects of the estrogen production that would have happened had he just gotten off, right? So I guarantee he was still on TRT because he didn't lose as much muscle as he should have, right? Now, he claims he went from 206 in November down to 182, right? Which he says it somewhere over here. Okay. He says that he basically he says it in his fucking video. Okay. Right here. Okay. If you can hear this. He's on the juice right now. Look at him. So you see how full his muscles are, right? When you're on the juice, that's basically that's one of the signs, right? When you look super fucking full, right? And the muscles look really, really fucking hard, right? And he may be pumped up right here as well too, right? But he's definitely on some sauce. And I noticed it right away when I saw this video. Now he's basically admitting that he said a few days ago that he is on the sauce. See how fucking old he looks? See how he looks all fucking beat up? It's not like I was telling you, that's another sign, right? So he basically goes on to say that he had lost a bunch of strength and he had lost over 24 pounds, right? And he was getting weak and he didn't like the way that he felt because it was triggering his insecurities, right? Because he's used to being this big fake guy, right? That's all sauced out, trying to act like he's fucking natty and he lives by the 9 tenets, right? And then what happened was, he lost his strength, right? And lost all this size, and it triggered those insecurities within him, which is why he got on the sauce to begin with, right? And so he did 220 days, fucking fake natty, right? Probably just reduced to TRT, got off all the other fucking 5 drugs that he was on, right? For a moment, right? Lost all that weight, got all weak, and then finally was just like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm getting back on it, right? Which is fine, right? His life, do whatever the fuck he wants, right? I'm just glad this time he's being honest, right? But I made the video originally because I follow him, right? He's entertaining to watch, right? So, and I'm like, man, he's looking sauced the fuck out. There is no way he's natty. And then it triggered me to make a fucking YouTube video on it, right? And then right after I made that video, one of my followers sent me this video. And it was him basically admitting that he got back on the sauce. And I was like, oh, fucking knew it, right? I called it, but I didn't know that he had already admitted to it when I made the video. So, and this is him basically confirming what I had already said. He's lying. He's fucking lying. He wasn't natty. He was half natty. $24 to be exact. Half natty. Triggering an insecurity. Mm-hmm. Now think about this. The only reason he had the muscle and had the strength was because of the drugs to begin with. Okay. It wasn't because he actually earned it and worked for it. Yeah, he's putting in the work, but he didn't actually get there on his own. He got there from enhancements because that all those drugs make you stronger. They make you recover faster. They make you be able, they make it to where you can train 2 times a day like a fucking savage and be okay and not even be sore, right? When the average natty person, they'd be sore as fuck. They wouldn't be able to do that, right? So the only reason he had the strength and the size to begin with was because he was fucking enhanced, right? So now he's getting insecure because he doesn't have the strength. He can't keep up with his shit. So he wanted to get back on shit. Okay, cool. Whatever. Just, it is what it is. Like, it's his life. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. I don't care, right? Like I said, where I draw the line is where these motherfuckers are lying to you. Okay. They didn't get there from fucking tracking their macros and eating clean and eating fucking protein. Right. And their training strategies, right? They didn't get there from just their training periodization and their fucking progressive overload and their workout program. They got there because they fucking cheated and took PEDs and fucking cheated. They didn't fucking earn it. Okay. Now they could have, following very similar protocols, right? Tracking their macros and training with progressive overload. They totally could have. They would just be in a much smaller scale. Now, an actual lean, and this is how I knew he was on shit all along, right? An actual lean. Now, here's the thing. You follow his 9 tenets, your testosterone levels will be through the roof, right? They would, right? Like, they would easily be 800,000 plus, right? If you actually follow the tenet, because that's the basic, like the basic things your body needs in order to produce testosterone, right? But he, for whatever reason, got on the fucking sauce because he's insecure, right? So, but anyways, that was how I fucking knew, because I'm like, dude, he's like my height, and motherfucker's like 206, right? There's no fucking way he's fucking natty, right? Because a dude his height with that kind of work ethic, I mean, he'd be maxed out at like 170, right? Like me, 180, 185. He's got really, 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 really good genetics. I'm talking like his body's just covered in fucking fast twitch fibers, right? It's highly unlikely, right? So a typical natty dude, like training like a beast, tracking his macros, right? At that height, it's 170 max, more like probably 155, 160. Okay. So him being 206 is no fucking way. Okay. So anyway, so that pretty much, like I was saying, this pretty much confirms what I was basically telling you a couple days ago, all along, right? Confirmed that he's fucking cheating. He's enhanced. Okay, whatever. Now he's fucking finally being honest. At least he's being honest this time, right? So just know, just know that a lot of the people that you are inspired by, right? Like especially a lot of you men, right? You're inspired by dudes who are typically huge, right? Like you're inspired by like Phil Heath and fucking Michael Hearn and Arnold. These motherfuckers are juiced the fuck out. Okay. You're never going to look like them. Never in a million years look like them unless you do the drugs they do. Right. So I'm sure a lot of you don't want to do the drugs they do, right? So just know that the physique that you want to attain is attainable. You're just not going to be as big, right? So, which is fine anyways, because for you fellas, okay, most women hate those kind of body styles anyway. Like they're disgusted by the bodybuilder style body, right? Like they think it's gross. They'd rather you prefer to be lean, proportion, have fucking abs, right? They don't want you jacked, right? Not like that. Okay. Just an FYI. The only other people you're gonna attract when you get jacked is men. That's all you're gonna attract, bruh. That's all you're gonna attract, because they're gonna be like, hey, bro, what do you eat? How many grams protein? Like, how much you bench? How much you squat? How much you this? All you're gonna do is attract men. Okay. So you thinking that you're gonna go get all fucking huge and jacked and you're gonna be getting all the women, right? You're not. Okay. It's a very small percentage of women that actually like dudes that are that big. So they would prefer you just be cut. Okay. Just an FYI. Right. So anyways, that pretty much concludes this episode. I just want to follow up the other video that I did with the confirmation that I was right without even knowing that I was right. I can see it, right? My eyes see this shit, right? So I noticed it right away. So anyways, I'm going to close this one out now. You guys have a good fucking day. Track your macros.